We're joined by the lovely Kimmy Seltzer, dating strategist extraordinaire. Welcome back.
Thank you.
We're so glad to have you today because you're talking about the viral dating trend that I've never heard of called the July theory. What on earth? What is that?
I know. Well, social media always has some fun terminology, but I really find it, I find it to be true, though, because July is a pivotal month. A lot of people are reassessing their relationships, and we also hear a lot of relationships try to get back. So a lot of exes come back, and new summer love, of course. So July is just a big swing month for summer love.
Oh, why are exes suddenly reappearing? What's up with that?
I know. Well, I think
we broke up for a reason.
Stay away.
Exactly.
Never double back. Never, ladies. It never goes well.
Nope.
But they always come back, right?
Always.
Like somehow they always loop back. And I think it goes back to the nostalgia days, like, you know, when you were in school and in summer love and people like remembered the good times. And usually when something ends, you always remember the good times as time goes by. So people are trying to simulate that back. But as you said, there's usually a reason why people break up. So you really have to assess. It's not necessarily something good to go back to something that is comfortable and familiar, but really what's right for you.
Well, this kind of reminds me of like cuffing season in the winter because you want somebody cozy and somebody to spend the holidays with. Is that kind of the same thing in the summer? Because you're just like good vibes. You want a rooftop. You want to share rosé with somebody.
And you look really cute in your shorts and your summer dress. Well, and there's another term called date maxing, which everything's maxing. That's another social media thing. And it's using dating to the max where you are using social events and summer events. Obviously, a lot of people are out and about to date and not just jump into a relationship, which is really important and what I always like teach and preach, especially if you're dating in the second act. Really take the time to slow date and use summer as an opportunity to meet a lot of people.
I love that. And just repeat, because I know you've said it a number of times when you've been on 9 News at 3, the fact that you want to get out there, it's not about you all of a sudden have to find the one, right?
Yes, a lot of people, well, especially if you've never dated, first of all, or you haven't dated in a really long time, you're more relationship minded. So people actually get overwhelmed thinking that they have to get back out there and find their next soulmate. But that's never a good idea anyway. It is good to have that time to slow down and really pay attention to what it is that you want this time around and who you are. I find half the battle is figuring out what you want.
I love that, though. Because we all are learning, right?
Well, yeah. And I think what used to be, like when you're in your 20s and 30s, what you wanted is very different than if you're dating later in life. And that's a good thing. And it doesn't have to be marriage. It could be maybe a travel companion for the summer, you know? And this is when you also get to fine tune your dating and flirt skills. You know, I always like to talk about that. But if you like don't know how to flirt or you're not feeling good in your body, especially in the summer, that's why a lot of people will stop themselves from actually going out on dates. If people aren't feeling sexy or attractive, there's a statistic, 58% of singles will not go on a date if they don't feel attractive. I mean, that's a high percentage.
I know, I do too.
Yeah, and it's not superficial. That's why I do so many makeovers. I start from the outside and then go inward because it does increase your chances and the energy that you exude outward.
100%.
Energy is everything. All right, Kimmy, we always learn so much from you. And if you want to learn more from Kimmy, you can head to KimmySeltzer.com.